Hello, good evening, and welcome to Thingamajig's Racing Channel. We are here again with those legends from the URL, the Ultimate Racing League. I'm fighting with myself here because the iPad's turned up too much. We're with the Ultimate Racing League for their Wednesday evening fun of the Replica BTCC, the UTCC, the Ultimate Touring Car Championship League 2, and we are at round 4, ladies and gentlemen. Fourth time around, and this championship is lit. Now, at this point, I would be bigging up the championship table, but it's suspended, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, the table has been suspended this week because there has been car changes. There has been participants out there whom the first choice car is not good enough, does not cut the mustard, as to say. So the championship table suspended whilst recalculations are happening, because if you change one of your cars, you have to take a 20-point reduction. And we've had two of those guys do that, and updated table in the next stream, in the next round, ladies and gentlemen. We will know who is where in this championship. But like I said, we're at round 4 and we are revving to go at the Autopolis. My word, what a track. It's a test of any pro sim racer, ladies and gentlemen. It feels like you're turning virtually all of the time. There isn't hardly any part on the track where you're not turning your wheels. These guys have taken a road car from the GT7 collection. There's been a list of road cars and what modifications they can have done to them to make them at the touring car level. And these guys have done exactly that. And during the race, they're allowed to manipulate the brake biased and, not or, it's not a choice, the brake biased and the downforce on the cars. And that is the only setup they can play with. And I believe it's something like sports suspension, sports, gearbox, things like that they can add. Shall we get on with what they did in qualifying, ladies and gentlemen? Of course. Let us see the grid. Okay. Oof, exciting. Right then, here we go then. On pole for round 4, race 1, we have Wayne Mad D-O-double-G, and I believe he is leading the championship, and his run of wins just cannot be stopped, ladies and gentlemen. Wayne, the Mad Dog, is absolutely slaughtering it at the moment. But those focusers, ladies and gentlemen, they're frail. They are frail. They cannot take the distance. Come the end of the race, the tyres are shot and the car feels like a dog on lightweight. So they have to make their sprint early in the race and make their escape from the rest of the pack. And Wayne has been an expert, ladies and gentlemen, in race 1 at doing just that. On pole again, it's Wayne Mad D-O-double-G. And in second place, it's the Iceberg. And this man cannot be shooken. He is the Iceberg. There is no other way to pronounce it. There's no other way to explain it. Unstoppable, unfathomable, anything else you can think of. He is the Iceberg. In third place, then, we have Niggle. It is a Ford lockout, ladies and gentlemen. At the top 3, it is Ford, and Ford. Unbelievable. And that car gets off the line like an absolute maniac. So we are going to see a chasm in appearing between the Fords and the rest. In fourth place, in his Lexus, is Hodgie. He has been the thorn in the side of those Ford cars this season. He is always there to annoy them, and when their tyres go, he is there to overtake them. Hodgie absolutely playing this championship like a legend. In fifth place, we have Slowpoke. Slowpoke has the speed to annoy the leaders, But small things have happened, very small things, but it's ended up ruining races for him, and he's got to get that zero laser focus in there and try and just keep that car pointing the right direction to the end of the race, and the results will come. In 6th place in his BMW over there is Phaser. And if you want to talk about unlucky, well, Phaser hasn't cut a break so far this season. Anything that could go wrong has gone wrong for the BMW driver. And starting in a very respectable 6th place here at Autopolis, we have our fingers crossed for him that he can do the best that he can do. We have not seen his best yet, ladies and gentlemen, and when we do see it, it will be stunning. In 7th place, well, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the first of our car changes this season. Here we have Mr. Bloomfield, who did drive the Brick. And I've got to say, I had a soft spot for the Volvo. It looked pretty. It tried hard. It was the little train that could, you know. It just kept on chugging away. And you were hoping for it. You were saying, go on, my son, get in there. But no, the Brick is now banished, ladies and gentlemen. The Bloom has decided he is going for Bummer. He is going simple. He's going for the alphabet, ladies and gentlemen. He is going B-M-W all the way. And let's see if his fortunes change. I mean, he's out-qualified a couple of the other guys that we haven't seen him out-qualify so far this season. So already the B-M-W is working well for him. As we speak, as we actually speak live, we have Mr. Bloomfield in the chat. And he says, Ayo, finally get to see it live. Hope you enjoy the racing as much as I do watching. Oh, thank you, Mr. Bloomfield. And he said he loved the Volvo too. Too slow, though, ladies and gentlemen. It didn't cater for what he needed. And Wayne, is that Wayne Ahmad D-O-G-G in the chat saying, hi, lads. Yes, these guys back from the pub and now onto YouTube. So, yeah, there we have Bloomfield in 7th place, swapping the Volvo and 20 championship points for a BMW. Let's hope it pays off for him. In 8th place, Rossi back once again for punishment here in the UTCC, sorry. He's in the BMW. And Rossi doing very well last week. And my mistake, I did go back and he did use the medium tyres. And I did not pick it up once. I don't know. It's not even, there's no excuses. Because they were quite blatant. Every time he was on screen, I could see whilst watching it, he had medium tyres on in race 2. But for some reason, whilst doing it live, totally skimmed over that and tried to say that he hadn't used medium tyres. He had, ladies and gentlemen. He was well and truly legal. He used them in the second race, and that is why I can never claim to be very good at this, because the mistakes are huge. The chasm of mistakes that I make during these streams is ridiculous. I'll call a Lexus a Hyundai. I will say someone's not used some tyres when they blatantly have, and yes, it's shocking. It's shocking. I'm so sorry, Rossi. So Rossi in 8th place. My God, this is taking a while, isn't it? I should have whipped through this one. In 9th, Muhammad Ali in the Honda. And he's like one of the only true independents out there now. It feels like the old 90s days of touring cars when you had the manufacturers involved with all that cash. And then you had poor old Matt Neal, the next man up, in his independent car. This is how I feel about Muhammad Ali and the Honda, and I root for it every race. And 9th place, not so bad when those Ford Focusers start dying a certain death. And here with the corners that we have, those Focusers are going to be tried, ladies and gentlemen. And Muhammad Ali is there to deal out some punishment. In 10th place then, the second of our car changes. The Nissan is no more. Goodbye, Sylvia. You are no good, you whore. We are going to the Focus. It is actually proven car, isn't it? no other cars can match up to the Ford Focus. I don't know though. I've heard the other league uses 2 different cars. You know, they've got a few high and dries in there, and Lexis and such what. But yes, the Ford Focus heavily liked in League 2. In the chat then, Adam saying good evening thingy, and all in the chat. Well, hello Adam, hope you are well. And right then, we got there finally. Sid the Sloth, that is one of the slowest grid walks. It was meant to be really quick, but I got chatty. I got a little chatty as we started moving down the list. Sid the Sloth in 11th place, also in a Focus. That is your players, ladies and gentlemen. We've got 3 15-minute races coming your way. They have to use at least 2 compounds, and usually the way it goes is they use softs in the first 2 races and use their mediums in the second race, because the mediums tyre wear is hiked, as is the fuel. Okay. It's time, ladies and gentlemen. It is time. You have waited patiently. Oh, let me quickly do a tyre run. Get rid of that. Soft, 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 soft. Yeah, they're all on softs. Right then, time to go, ladies and gentlemen. The lights are building. Remember, those Focuses are pretty nifty off the line. And it's go here at Autopolis now for round 4, and Wayne going for the run with the iceberg, looking like he's slipping back. Can Niggle get the move on? Niggle on the inside, Iceberg. No, Iceberg's got it. He is there, ladies and gentlemen. Niggle in 3rd. Hodgie holds on to that 4th place from a very fast starting Slowpoke, with Phaser in 6th and Castian in 7th, making a jump ahead of the Were. And it looks like, where is Rossi? Rossi down in 10th. Terrible start for the Rossi there in his Bermoa. And Sid the Sloth hounding him, ladies and gentlemen, in the Focus. But Wayne G, he knows how this works. He's done it 3 times before. He's got to get as far away from the field as he possibly can, and he is doing that in just the few corners that he's had. He has built up a buffer from the iceberg, with Niggle chasing him down and Hodgie in hot pursuit. Hodgie just has to stay close. He just has to hold on to the Focuses. He's going for a move on Niggle already, having a little look here, there and everywhere, and Hodgie feeling racy already. He's got to win last round, if I remember rightly, but Hodgie is being chased by the Poke and Phaser getting that BMW into the action early doors, and I like it. And there's looking like there's a move here. Oh no, it's a defensive one from Hodgie. No, Hodgie's gone for it on Niggle. Niggle's on the dirt, and now Slowpoke going for the inside of Hodgie. Slowpoke absolutely trouncing them into the corner on the inside. He saw the danger out on the outside there. Niggle running a little wide there. Hodgie trying to get around him, and Slowpoke went sod the pair of you and cut straight into the apex and said thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, that is how it's done. Bang, tidy. Wayne G is out there leading the way with the iceberg, chasing him down. Slowpoke, super slow poke, is in 3rd place. Super poke, there's no slow about it. Hodgie chasing him down. He doesn't even know what happened. He overtook Niggle, but there's another Focus in front of him. How did that happen? So Hodgie still in the same position, and he's got to cling on as the Lexus does not want to hold on in that corner for show. And Niggle right there. He was 3rd, remember. He slipped down to 5th. Phaser in the distance, but Castian in his brand new Ford Focus in 7th. Has he ever been this high in a race? He's loving it in the new Focus. Them 20 points was well worth the... Oh, he's got a little wide though. And Muhammad Ali chasing him down, saying, yeah, you like your Focus now, wait until those tyres die. Rossi in the BMW, biding his time. Bloomfield, oh, Bloomfield. He's in, oh, the BMW driving around the wall of death, and I think Bloomfield just getting acquainted with his BMW. And he's missing the Volvo. He's going to take another 20 points and go back to Volvo. Does that work that way? Can you go back to? Have you got like Volvo? Can you exchange now? Can you just move from Volvo to BMW whenever you fancy? Or do you have to pay the points every time? So Wayne Mad D-O-double-G, he's out there. He's absolutely trouncing them. Look at this. No one can get close. The Iceberg has got, oh no, Slowpoke picking up a penalty. Niggle's got himself back up ahead of the Hodge. And my good golly gosh, ladies and gentlemen, Phaser has woken up. Lap 3, the BMW, oh not BMW, sorry, he's in the Mercedes. Deary me, I'm sorry. See, can't even get me bloody German cars right betwixt the pair of them. Phaser, he's in the McShady, not in the bloody BMW. What was I thinking? That looks like a livery that should be on a BMW. Don't know why. In the chat then, Ethan saying hello, Adam saying, hi Ethan, hope you are good. Bloomfield saying, I am good, Brusky, you good? Let's just have a little chin wag, that's all, in between the racing. So Phaser in the McShady, trying to close in. Hodgie all up in Niggle's business, and we've got a 4 focus group at the front here. A 4 Ford focus group. And Slowpoke at the moment, though, carrying a hefty half a second penalty, and Niggle wants to get close enough to take the total position away. They're coming to the place of using the penalties up. Gosh, word struggle, me. And they both made their way through, but oh my gosh, Niggles ended up out on the grass, and it looked tight from my direction. No, it just looked like he'd missed his braking there, and he's gone wide, unfortunately. Slowpoke still in 3rd after a penalty. He's loving life. Hodgie tucked up behind him, though. Hodgie, we've seen him make this move in the first corner, and Slowpoke going defensive early. He knows the old moves. He knows what he's trying to do, and he's going to go around the outside, though, Hodgie. He says, that's fine. This Lexus can take it, Captain. And he's just about there, half a car length up there, which means that Slowpoke cannot move over onto his racing line. And now Slowpoke has to defend all the way around this corner, giving Hodgie the better line. And now Hodgie's got the inside, and it's Hodgie's corner. Oh my word, and Hodgie, beautiful stuff, just kept his nose in there and knew that the track would come to him eventually. And Slowpoke and Hodgie absolutely battle royale out there, with Phaser in the McShady catching him right up, and Niggle still there, still a danger. Then we have Cassie's picked up a bit of a penalty, but still doing amazingly well, better than what the Nissan Silvia would give him. Then we have Rossi moving on up, ladies and gentlemen. Rossi getting serious with Grahamad Ali in chase. And Rossi already catching up with Castian. And look at the tyre wear on the Focus, ladies and gentlemen. I said this track was going to punish the Focusers, and it has done so far for Castian. And Rossi right there in his wake. And it's only going to be a matter of a few laps. We are only at 6.5 minutes, not even halfway into the race now. And already we can see one of the Focusers starting to struggle. Grahamad Ali dipping a wheel there onto the dirt as Bloomfield just getting acquainted with his BMW. A 13.8 is still not a bad time. 12.6 is the Iceberg on the fastest lap. And Sid the Sloth then cracking on in the Focus. Wayne G at the moment, no one hindering him, no pressure. Derg now has pressure. Hodgie has rocked right up to the Derg. What happened to the Derg? 13.7 last time around. Hodgie at 13.4, and Hodgie now is flaming. The tyres are in a beautiful place, and Wayne's and Dergs are a little bit more worn, but Hodgie absolutely planting his Lexus. Slowpoke still ahead of Phaser. Phaser close, but he just can't get connected up to the inside of the Focus of Slowpoke. Slowpoke keeping him at bay absolutely beautifully. 13.7 for Slowpoke last time around. Phaser hanging the Mercedes out, and now Niggle is in and past. This is easy job, easy stuff for Niggle. Well, maybe not as easy, but he got the job done coming out of the last corner. And Phaser just has to eat it, ladies and gentlemen. There's nothing he can do. Whoa, Slidey McShady, and I did think he took a lot of grass in that corner there, ladies and gentlemen, and he's giving himself a mucky tyre in the business. They call it a mucky tyre, and his grip levels would have dipped somewhat because of that mucky tyre. And Rossi, he's quite happy about the mucky tyre. He's coming in for the kill. Oh, he's already got past Castian. He was chasing Castian, and Rossi starting to shake things up. Shake it up, eh? Bloomfield 14-2 last time out. Muhammad Ali 17-1. Hard hit for Muhammad Ali that last lap, and Bloomfield ever crawling closer in the... Well, I'm questioning if it is a bit weren't there. It could be anything. Don't trust me. It is a BMW, yeah. And Sid the Sloth in 11th place. He's dropped back a little bit now, but the lap time's coming. 18.7. Wayne at the moment, absolutely a day in the park for him. Derg, though, the Ice Derg, is meeting his very own Titanic, because Hodgie is all up and in his business now. Hodgie having a look, and it doesn't look like the Focus has got any answers for what the Lexus is asking. Derg holding on to that second place as thick, ladies and gentlemen. He's toying with him. He's toying with the Ice Derg. There's nothing Derg can do. Down the straight, though, that Focus pretty good out the corners. And Hodgie then just chasing him down. Movement, Rossi again. Past Phaser. Phaser being hit hard. Hit hard. We saw he had a small off and got a bit of a squirrel on through mucky tyre syndrome. And Castian and Rossi have caught him up now. And Rossi up to 6th place in the Project BMW. Nigel in no man's land, really. He's not racing anyone. He's just got to watch his 6 as Rossi creeps ever closer. Slowpoke, well, let's have a look at the laps. 13.7 for Nigel last time out. And Rossi, it's a 15.8. He has got a 13.7 in him, but he's had to get past a couple of cars that lap, and he's dropped a couple of seconds, and Phaser isn't letting him get away, and sat alongside Phaser in the old McShady. See how we are, the AMG, sorry. Forgot Mercedes aren't really in the game. It's AMG. Oh, and I thought Phaser was mounting an attack on the Rossinator, but it's not happening at the moment. Red Ross. I keep seeing movement. Derg and Hodgie are... let's go back, because I keep seeing flickering. So I think these two had a bit of a moment, you know, past each other and then past each other again. Down the straight, Hodgie taking the high ground. He does dip ahead of the Derg, but the Derg into the braking, takes the Focus onto the apex. Derg holds on, but Hodgie's got the inside line. He's done the switcheroo, and Hodgie comes out, well, I don't know, because the Focus has got some propellant down the straights. But no, Hodgie holds on against the Ice Derg. The tyres are going. The tyres are going on the Focus, ladies and gentlemen. Hodgie, his Lexus, looking after the rubber, taking care of the tyres. And Derg at the moment starting to struggle with front end grip. Slowpoke closing in. He's got the same tyre wear, but Slowpoke seems to be able to... Oh, I don't know. It looks slidey in that corner. It looks like he's fighting a fistful of understeer there, where the front does not want to point in. Nigel as well with that tyre wear. Rossi in the is doing beautifully. 13.5 last time out. Nigel a 19.3, but we did see, I think we saw that lap, he went a bit wide, but he is struggling, and we are in that point of the race where we're coming into the final 3 minutes, and we're seeing the Focusers starting their frailty, starting to show. Castian, Muhammad Ali has caught up Castian. This is it. This is the problem with the Focus. Early doors, it is great. It is going great guns, but come the end of the race, it's limping like a rabid dog. And Castian now in the zone of Muhammad Ali. He is looking at him like when you see those cartoon characters and they're hungry and they can see people and they're their heads are like cooked roast chickens and stuff. And that's how Muhammad Ali is looking at Castian. He's right on him now, and it's not going to be long. We're not going to pull away from this again, because I didn't realise how quick he was catching him up. But Muhammad Ali is ready to do battle in the Honda, and Castian wishes he had a Nissan underneath him, because maybe he'd have some grip. But Muhammad Ali is slowing him down. He's got other fish to fry, ladies and gentlemen, and this is just a blip in the way of him trying to catch up Fazer and Rossi. But Castian at the moment keeping that focus as wide as possible and trying to keep the Honda behind, and he's doing a great job. But now coming out of this corner, but Muhammad Ali took a lot of dirt coming out of the chicane, and I think he lost a bit of time, and now it's going to make it difficult to get past Castian down the straight. Castian, though, just happy to be in the fight, because the Nissan usually is already a lap behind, and he takes it into the first corner. Muhammad Ali up the inside with the grip, and that's what grip does for you, ladies and gentlemen. Gives you the inside line, and Castian, there's nothing he could do about that. He's just got to worry about Bloomfield, who seems like he's well introduced to the BMW now, and he just says, get out of the way, there's no point, you've got no tyres. But Castian says, no, I've still got fight in me, Doc. Come on, Doc, put me out there one more round. I can still go. But, big old wiggle on from the Bloomfield there, as Castian defends. But what with? He has no grip. He can't defend in the corners. All he can do is go wide and mow a little lawn. And that's Bloomfield then going up, and Fazer at the same time going past Niggle. Well, Niggle got done by... Niggle gone very wide. Niggle, no grip. Well, his grip's not that bad. It's not as bad as Castian, but he went very wide in that corner, and that's given Rossi up into 5th place, and Fazer now moves up and into 6th place. Up here, Hodgie is closing in on Waney, but we're into the final. No, Waney's caught up with Sid the Sloth. Muhammad Ali's finished, I apologise, in 8th, Bloomfield in 9th, Castian in 10th, Sid the Sloth to soon finish in 11th. Waney unbothered. Hodgie trying to close in on Waney, but the work was already done, and he hasn't suffered from the tyre wear, in all fairness. And Sid the Sloth letting Waney through, and Hodgie then trying to come, and Iceberg has been caught up with Slowpoke. So the Iceberg, his podium is not done and dusted, because Slowpoke is closing in, and Iceberg, he's just going to try and cling on till the end of the lap. Here comes a Waney G, the hot stepper, nobody messing, and he goes across the line with another win, and that championship getting closer and closer to him. Hodgie in a fine second. The Derg holds off Slowpoke for 3rd, Slowpoke in 4th, Rossi coming from way back into 5th. Niggle, he got Fazer back, and Fazer in 7th. Unbelievable racing, ladies and gentlemen. What a banger of a first race. And the second race is done as a random grid. The race numbers are put into a randomator in Slowpoke's phone, and then it just shuffles the numbers, and that is how the grid is formed for race 2, which we are going to soon. So Waney G, what a job done. What an absolute cracking job done. And another win for the Ford driver. Hodgie, a great show again, but Waney just got too far away, and he had a big epic battle with the Iceberg, who brought it home on the podium, but the tyres were shot. And it's going to be a struggle. Race 2, if he starts mid-pack, he's going to have to hope he's up near the front. Rossi, a great drive. Remember, Rossi qualified in 8th place and fought his way up to 5th place. Niggle slipping down into 6th. Fazer in 7th. He dropped a position, unfortunately, starting from 6th. Muhammad Ali in 8th. It looked like he's done all he could do in that Honda, and Bloomfield looking like race 2 might get fruity for him. He got on top of that BMW, and he started getting some very relevant times. So Bloomfield want to watch in race 2. Castian It's got to be kinder to those tyres. What's he got to do to try and save the tyres? And Sid the Sloth is 11th place. Looks after his tyres, though. Beautiful stuff. All right, then, ladies and gentlemen, you want race 2, not me blabbering on her. So let's get it on, like Mark Bolan once said. Get it on. Bang a gong. Right, what am I looking for? It's not my items, it's collection. Race 2. View. In a second. Don't look. Don't spoil it for yourself. I don't even know the results. I go into these not knowing. I'd rather not know. And then I get excited as we watch. I don't know if you notice. Sometimes I get a little excited. But yeah, I don't know the results. I avoid it. I avoid anything I can. I want it to be a surprise to me, like it is to you. So, yeah. Right then. Let's have a look. What go on? Doug, how lucky can you be? How lucky can you be? I said he doesn't want to be starting from the middle of the pack, because it looks like by 10 minutes his tyres are cooked, and he is starting from pole. He can use the Waney method of running and hiding until the car dies, although Waney doesn't seem to use his tyres up as bad. Hodgie starting from second, that's a gift. I'd say it's a gift, but he's got Waney just behind him, and we know how those focusers leap off of the line. So Hodgie technically starting third. Possibly fourth. No, all the other focusers are way down the field. Bloomfield in the BMW is in fourth place. Rossi also the BMW starting in fifth. Grahamad Ali in the Honda starting from sixth. Seventh is Fazer in the McShady, and Sid the Sloth starting in eighth, with Nigel in ninth in the Focus, Castian in 10th in the Focus, and Slowpoke got the really smelly end of the stick this time and starts 11th. They're all on softs. No! Rossi, he's gone for that middle race. Nearly missed it. Not this time, Rossi. You're not getting me this time, my friend. I've got it. Yes, Rossi starting on the mediums. Oh, and so is Fazer. So, yes, two of them starting on the mediums this race. Castian probably should have started on the mediums, but we'll see how it unfolds. Are you ready? Race 2, round 4. Let's go. Lights are out. It's time to race. Great start there from the Iceberg, and Hodgie seems to be enough to stay ahead of Waney G. Great stuff from the Lexus driver, but Waney G into the second phase of the straight, and no, Hodgie certainly has hold of it, and Waney looked like he braked a little earlier there, and Bloomfield right up his jacksie, with Rossi baby also in the mix, and we've got Fazer just ahead of Sid the Sloth. And what's the skidding about? Oh, Hodgie sliding the Lexus around a little bit. No, Bloomfield's having a little purchase up the inside of Waney G, and Waney G losing a position there to the BMW, and the BMW wants to step the rear end out, but Bloomfield says no, not yet, my love. Let's just get a couple of laps under before we start shaking it about. Rossi then has seen one BMW be victorious against the Focus ahead of him. Is he going to try it, ladies and gentlemen? Remember, he's on the medium tyres. He has a pace deficit. And Fazer also on those medium tyres behind him. Sid the Sloth can't make the move. And Nigel and Slowpoke lining up behind him. Castian and Grahamad Ali, some reason dropping further down the field. Grahamad Ali just waiting for the Honda to warm up. He's right up Castian's jacksie, ready to make the move, getting a tow from the... I'm not even going to guess that flag. I made a right mess of a load of flags on Friday night, so we're not even doing flags anymore. It's quite clear, if they haven't played in a World Cup, I can't tell what flag there is. I'm not even guessing. Sid the Sloth and Nigel going at it, and Sid the Sloth is just behind. No, so Slowpoke still stuck behind Sid the Sloth as Nigel frees himself up, but Sid the Sloth coming back at them, and no, Slowpoke gets up the inside of Sid the Sloth, and Nigel and Slowpoke now freed up to chase down Fazer. Well, Nigel's already caught him up. not messing. Niggle on the move already early doors. Rossi in 5th, Bloomfield in 4th. Wayne's got back ahead of Bloomfield. We missed it. I'm sorry, I can't go looking for it. We'll be here all night. So the Iceberg pushing hard in the lead, with Hodgie chasing him down, and Wayne G's been here before. He knows how it's done. Bloomfield and Rossi in 4th and 5th in the BMWs, doing superbly, and Niggle going for a move on Fazer. It's done. It's done. Niggle up and into 6th place, and Fazer slipping to 7th, and Slowpoke is lining him up for the next move. Fazer struggling. He's on those medium tyres, remember, so he does have a pace deficit, a grip deficit at the very least. And Slowpoke trying to get up the inside of the medium-cladded McShady. And Niggle also having a very close look at the rear derriere of Rossi, as Niggle with those soft tyres has... and Fazer out wide. Is this the one for Slowpoke? Slowpoke is through. Easy doors. And Slowpoke gets the move done as Fazer goes a little wide on those medium tyres. Muhammad Ali has got himself ahead of Castian and Sid the Sloth. And Castian, no more excuses. Can't blame the Nissan, my friend. You've got to get a move on. Ice Derg is still there in the front. The Iceman Derg, with Hodgie chasing him down, and Wayne G, the top 3, breaking away from Bloomfield. And there we go, Niggle up and past the BMW of Rossi, but we were expecting it with Rossi on those medium tyres. In the race, those medium tyres may pay huge dividends. Plus, in race 3, Rossi can be on those soft tyres when everyone else has got the mediums on, and now it's going to pay even bigger dividends than right now. Niggle at the moment, though, on the move. Can he catch up with the other BMW at this point? Wayne right on the case of Hodgie. The Derg. We've got the 3-way battle up at the front. A menage a trois. 2 Focuses and a Lexus, baby. Doesn't get much hotter. And Hodgie pushing on. Sorry for all the camera jumping. I was just having a look at the cars. Bloomfield's closing in, I think. 13.8 from Bloomfield last time out. Wayne G, 13.2, pretty swift. 13.2 as well from the Hodge. And Derg, 13.6. Derg is just clinging on to that lead, isn't he, time-wise, with Hodgie and Wayne behind him. They're both in the 14s that time around, though. 14.3 from Bloomfield. Niggle is a man on the move, half a second faster than the car in front of him. He is closing in fast. Slowpoke already getting himself past the Rossi. Remember, Rossi on those medium tyres. It might come back to him later in this race. We're only a third through. We've still got 10 minutes of racing to go. And those folks, Fazer's picked up a penalty, and Muhammad Ali will be extremely pleased about that, I tell thee. In the Honda, with Castian still in the picture, ladies and gentlemen, in 10th place, with Sid the Sloth in 11th. Derg at the moment, though, is a big ask for him to keep a hold of this race. He hasn't pulled away from the Hodgemeister as best as he could, not like Wayne can, and he's going to get punished. We've seen Hodgie already in one race with those tyres, the tyre war, close up on Iceberg and take him. So you can't. Derg has got to be very aware of that and very nervous that the Focus likes to use its tyres up. Hodgie with the Lexus, absolutely tyre whisperer. And then Wayne G, always a threat. Niggle now closing up on the Bloomfield and going through. Well, he was half a second faster the lap before. He did a 13.5 that time around, with Bloomfield a 14.1, another half a second, and that is how it's done, children. Niggle taking no prisoners. He's taken the most overtakes, though, so far. Beautiful stuff from Niggle. Great work. Bloomfield clinging on to the back of the Niggle, as Niggle, he can still see that battle for the win. Derg at the moment being an absolute huge obstacle in the way for the Hodge. You can see the Hodge is carrying more speed, and he wants to get through. And Wayne G just sitting in behind him as well. On board with Wayne G, all three of them are going for a move. Hodgie's gone for the move on the inside. They bang doors, and that's touring cars. And Wayne sees an opportunity as well. And that is the Iceberg down into third, with Hodgie now leading and Wayne G taking second place. And Hodgie going defensive already. Oh, and he's giving Derg a tow. Maybe he's hoping Derg will come back at Wayne. And he does, and that gives Hodgie a clean getaway as Wayne and Derg get into a battle, and this is exactly what Hodgie wanted. Hodgie, I think, purposely gave Derg a tow then through that straight to try and get Derg back up against Wayne to give himself the space, and there's a little bit of shaky going on here. I saw Wayne sliding his car, and it looked like Hodgie had a little bit of a moment as well. The fight is on. It's on the streets. The fight is on. Bloomfield looking at the back of Niggle as Derg, slipping from grace, now has to follow the leaders, Wayne G and Hodgie, doing battle once again, as we have seen them do before many times in this championship. And these two really are championship contenders this season. And Wayne needs to get past Hodgie. He doesn't need Hodgie to get those points ahead of him. Remember, never forget the frailty of the Focus. We are coming up to nearly 9 minutes in the race. It's looking not so bad. Niggle's tyres are good. Derg's tyres not so bad. Wayne's tyres perfect. Hodgie's a little worse than Wayne. Wayne might have an advantage here. Wayne looking up the inside of the Lexus. Hodgie, though, knows how to lead a race. He knows how to keep the cars behind him, but Wayne is an absolute mad Dio double G. Doesn't play around. He was looking for nooks and crannies where he could fit his Focus in, and he's nearly done it. Hodgie going very wide with his line, and Wayne G just all over the rear end of him, looking for a way past. And Hodgie says, "Nay, thou shall not pass me, my friend. Stay down." And Wayne getting very impatient using his tyres, but he's got tyre to use. Hodgie may not. Derg all right in third. Niggle not closed in on him yet. Derg crossed the line last time with a 15-0. He can do better. 14-3, beautiful stuff from Derg. Niggle a 13-6 though. Niggle on fire, ladies and gentlemen. Niggle's lap times are absolutely legendary, with Bloomfield 14-1 behind, and Slowpoke with a 14-5, just holding station. Phaser 15-3, being chased by Grahamad Ali, doing a 15-2. Rossi's medium tyres hurting him. How's he that far behind Phaser? Oh no, I don't know what happened to the Ross. Oh, I do. Lap 7 was not good for him. Lap 7, 131, lost 15 seconds and slipped down to 9th. Castian in 10th, worrying about the tyres. The tyre wear is real in the Focus, and Sid the Sloth cruising, baby. Hodgie's off! Oh no! So, back to the leaders, but we've already seen what's happened as Hodgie pushes the Lexus deep into the corner, and he just ran out of track, and Wayne G said, okay, easy pickings. And the Derg close enough to punish. He is. And Hodgie then, oh, he's gonna try and go, but his tyres are still gonna be slightly mucky. And the Derg gets through with Hodgie now in third, and Niggle, who is our fastest man at the moment, apart from Wayne G, is going to punish all of them. He's going to get second place in this race as far as we're going. Bloomfield in fifth, and he's still in the action. He never saw this in the Volvo. I bet he can't believe his luck. Derg up and into second, then ahead of the Hodge. The Hodge says, I've overtaken you once in this race, I'll do it again. Wayne G running away. 2 wins. Can he get the trifold? Get all 3? Derg fighting with Hodgie. Niggle, his push has come to a halt because of this fight ahead of him. But Derg clinging on at the moment to that second place as Hodgie tries to dig deep and get it back. Niggle, he had the pace earlier. He caught these guys up so speedily, and now he has been halted in his tracks, and it's the Bloomfield that's closing in. It's the orange RAC BMW absolutely closing in on this tight battle we have for the lead. Well, I say the lead, I think Waney has been, he's dipped. He has dipped, ladies and gentlemen, he's gone. But Derg in second place has Hodgie, Niggle and Bloomfield all with very, very good interests in that position, in that retail that Derg is holding at the moment. And Hodgie's gone for a move. Oh, it was a little late, but Derg managed to survive it. And now Hodgie on the back front from Niggle, because Niggle now going for a move on the Hodge, but the Hodge has got the inside line and he should survive, but Niggle really is trying to claim his stake on that third place, and he might do it now. He's got the inside, but it'll come back to Hodgie. And now all Bloomfield's having a look on the inside, and now he got Niggle. He got Niggle while Niggle was trying to get, but Niggle's coming back. Don't worry, Niggle's back. Unbelievable racing, ladies and gentlemen, as one tries to attack another attacks the other, and it's crazy stuff here as it's back on against Hodgie and Derg, but Niggle under threat from the BMW, and his tyres are crisp, ladies and gentlemen. Never have a set of tyres been ready to race as those that are on Bloomfield's car right now, and Niggle could be in trouble. Waney is off, he's gone. He's disappeared, ladies and gentlemen. Derg trying to hold up the rest of the field as the Lexus comes into the braking zone, and it's got to be easy. He's further up this time, and Derg still stands strong against Hodgie, and Hodgie cannot complete. He cannot get the job done against, oh, this is it now though. Hodgie easily onto that apex, and Derg no grip whatsoever, and Niggle, he's losing grip as well. They've got a BMW here that could punish him, and this would be a great story for Bloomfield in his second race in the BMW to get a podium. That would be a wonder bar. What are we at? 30 seconds left of the race, and Waney G running away. Hodgie back in second. Derg trying to hold off the rest of the field. Niggle fighting off Bloomfield. Bloomfield's got fresh tyres, and he's fighting the Focusers, ladies and gentlemen. He is truly trying. He's got a great opportunity here to get past one of them. He's got past Niggle. Niggle's gone wide. Niggle's gone wide. Slowpoke could gain as well. They're coming around to the line. Is that it? He crossed the line before the timer ran out. They're all going to. No, Hodgie is, and I think the rest of them are going to finish. It's horrible when that happens. No, can they carry on? Bloomfield just wants one more lap. Oh, it's Fazer. Fazer's finished in 7th. Grahamad Ali gets 8th from Rossi. Great stuff. 9th for Rossi, with Castian getting 10th and Sid the Sloth in 11th. But it's the battle. Bloomfield there. Bloomfield's up to 3rd. Bloomfield, he's got 3rd. He's got 3rd. He's got 3rd from Derg. The Derg's tyres could not hang on, and Bloomfield at the moment on a podium, and he can see Hodgie. Hodgie's tyres are not in the best position, and Bloomfield's are. Can Bloomfield really finish in second place? What a story that would be, and it would be well worth the swap, I imagine, in his opinion. Hodgie, though, he's no slouch, and he could hold Bloomfield off, I'm sure. No, he's up the side of him. He's up alongside of him, but Bloomfield's got the inside line. Waney's heading towards the line. Waney, no, he's not yet. It's Sid the Sloth, sorry. As Bloomfield goes on the attack, goes on the inside. Looks like he might have got it. Waney crosses the line for the win. Hodgie and Bloomfield are going to do a drag race to the line, but it's Hodgie that gets it in the end. Bloomfield backs off in 3rd. Then we've got all the rest of them. God, let me pause that. Let's remember our breathing exercises. Right. Wayne G took the win, ladies and gentlemen. What a grand race that was. Hodgie in the end, second place. I think Bloomfield, I think he lifted. I think he thought there might have been contact between himself and Hodgie in that final corner, because it looked like he'd got the job done. And but Bloomfield on the podium, second race in the BMW, and what an absolute classic job. And Ethan saying AMG AMG. Yeah, I like it, thanks. And Bloomfield saying, phew, deep breaths now. Yeah, man. Wowzers, what a race. What a finale. What a last few laps. So the Bloomfield on the podium. Championship starts now. Nigel in fourth with the Derg, who started on pole and did so well at the front. But the tyres got him in the end, and he slipped down into fifth place. And it was lucky that Slowpoke didn't get him in the end. Slowpoke in sixth, Phaser in seventh, but he's got the medium tyres out the way, ladies and gentlemen. Remember that. The medium tyres are now done for Phaser. If he so wants to, he can use the soft tyres on the McShady in the next race with Muhammad Ali taking eighth. Sorry, I had to have a sip of my brew. Ninth for Rossi, Castian in 10th, and Sid the Sloth in 11th. Wowzers, wowzers, wowzers. Right. Race 3, I believe, is the reverse grid of that. So let's make our way over there. Can Waney make it 3 of 3 or topless? He's got 2 of them done so far, ladies and gentlemen. It would be an absolute huge ask from the back of the grid to come through all of the field to take another win. God, I hope I've just clicked on the right one. I wasn't reading things. I was getting all carried away with my build-up. Right. Oh, is it dark? Is this the first race again? They're 2 dark races. What's the matter with them? Lunatics. I'm sure I've gone on the right one. No. Oh, no, sorry. It's the top 5 go reverse and get put to the back. So 6th place is first. That's it. It's not reverse grid. I'll remember now. I'll get on top of it. Look, I stream a lot of races, ladies and gentlemen. It is tough to keep up. They've all got slightly different rules in different ways. So it can be a job sometimes keeping up with them all. That's why I like to drink Dubby. It sort of narrows the mind. It makes it more focused. There you go. And when I get hot under the collar, I like to get a little Eldridge air conditioning in. I just turn that bad boy up to ice derg. So Slowpoke is on pole. Yeah, I had to down the brew. Wow, that was good. Slowpoke, I'll say it again, just in case you didn't get it the first 2 times. He's on pole. Phaser is in 2nd place, ladies and gentlemen, on a set of soft tyres, where most of the field are going to be on a set of medium tyres. Watch this space. Phaser may have done a tactical genius move. Muhammad Ali on the medium tyres starts in 3rd. Rossi on the soft tyres in the BMW is set for great stuff there. Excuse me. 5th place, Castian in the Ford with Sid the Sloth in 6th. Then we've got Derg, who finished 5th, so he's starting in 7th. Nigel in 8th, Bloomfield in 9th, Hodgie in 10th, and Waney, the Mad D-O-double-G, starting in 11th. So what can Slowpoke do? It's going to be a struggle, ladies and gentlemen, with Phaser on those soft tyres in the amateur, as Bloomfield pointed out. I like it. Here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. We are off, and oh no, we've got a real slow starter. Who is that? Rossi, baby. No, it's not. It's not Rossi. It was... No, who was it? Someone in the middle there really started slow, but Slowpoke, absolutely great start. And Phaser into second. Rossi, no, he's up to third. And we've had someone hit the wall. I don't know if they have a safety car feature in this. Yeah, I'm not sure. We'll see. But yeah, we had a focus out and another focus out. Niggle and Sid the Sloth. Slowpoke, he's... I think, can he go faster than that? It looks like it's racing pace, and if it is, Phaser's racing anyway. So it looks like they are continuing on. Slowpoke leads from Phaser with Rossi in third. Cassian in fourth with Hodgie in fifth. Great leaps from Hodgie, Waney, Derg, Bloomfield. Grahamad Ali may have been the slow starter. He was up there, wasn't he? So Grahamad Ali, I think the Honda, very slack off the line. Niggle we saw in a wall, and also Sid the Sloth looking like he was going quite slow. So Slowpoke at the moment, he has dealt with the dealings of Phaser for one lap. Phaser did try and get in there. I'm not sure if they're on a safety car or not. They're not. They're going full racing pelt. What am I talking about? Rossi picking up a penalty from somewhere, and here we go. Castian under threat from Hodgie. Hodgie easy getting that position away from the Ford Focus. Rossi is going to have to pay a penalty, and Phaser at the moment sitting back from Slowpoke. He should be on the attack, ladies and gentlemen. Slowpoke on those medium tyres, and Phaser has only got a small window to get the action done before those medium tyres find themselves in a comfortable position. And the softs have passed their best. They've got too hot. They're on the other end. But Phaser in the Armature, I like that. Thank you, Bloomfield. That's amazing. In the Shadies is all up in Slowpoke's business on those tyres. Rossi's going to have to pay a penalty, and Hodgie up to third. Cassian in fifth. Waney G trying to make his way through the field and try and get some heat in his tyres as he catches up with the fellow Ford Focus. Bloomfield there, he's got cars all around him. We've got Grahamad Ali and the Derg. Bloomfield's got no business being down there. He had a good start. What's happened? He had a bad lap? Who knows? But Grahamad Ali, starting slow, is coming to action now, and he's ahead of the Derg for some reason. Niggle in 10th, trying to catch the field back up after his visit to the barrier, and Sid the Sloth is still in the action. So Slowpoke leads from Phaser. Phaser cannot close up to that Focus, ladies and gentlemen. I thought this was going to be a slam dunk for Phaser. Lap 1 go by. I thought he was going to have a checklist. First one, soft tyres in race 3, tick. Then nip by Slowpoke at the start, not ticked. And then third on his list is win the race. So Phaser, he's not sticking with his list at the moment because he should have already ticked, let's get past Slowpoke, and it hasn't happened. So Phaser at the moment following Slowpoke with the faster tyre. Hodgie has the other but were all up in his business, and that one's got soft tyres as well. Maybe the soft tyre's not working as well, and Hodgie's gone for a detour, and he's all over the shop. He got on the curb and I think he got sucked off. Some people say that's lucky, but Hodgie wouldn't feel that way right now. So Rossi, baby, up into third. Waney, the Mad D-O double G, is chasing him down in fourth with those medium tyres, and Castian having an absolute superb race here. He's not going to worry about tyre wear. He can just crack on. You should just use medium tyres in all 3 races, my friend. Hodgie there having a massive one, got himself stuck on the curb, and I think the car got sucked off onto the dirt, and Hodgie then paying the price, losing huge positions there. 3 at least. Grahamad Ali in the action ahead of Bloomfield. Bloomfield saying, no, I didn't swap my bloody Volvo to be behind a Honda. And he just, it was quite rude, wasn't it? I don't know how Grahamad Ali felt like that, but he's put a big dent in his Honda. It's an expensive car, my friend. And Bloomfield, I think, letting off to let Grahamad back through again. Very sportsman-like. He can't be too sportsman-like-ish with Derg in the background, because he'll just punish you. He's not involved in your two's pact. He didn't knock anyone's door. And there we go. Bloomfield doing it the clean way and the proper way now, and still not completing. No, he has now. Where is he? No, he hasn't, you know. Muhammad Ali still ahead. And Derg getting a toe off the Honda and putting Bloomfield on the back foot. Big-brained move from Ice Derg. Beautiful. Muhammad Ali. Don't know how he got that great drive out the corner. I thought Bloomfield was ahead of him coming out that corner, but no, Muhammad Ali, super stuff. But the Iceberg there absolutely destroyed all that come across him. He was behind both of them, and now he's ahead of both of them. Super move from the Focus driver. And Nigel will be wanting to do the same, because he's caught these pair up as well. And the Honda and the BMW was side by side all the way through those corners there. I don't think it didn't go unnoticed. I was too busy talking about someone else. But I saw you guys, and I am here for it. I appreciate it. Lovely. Side-by-side action through the corners from Bloomfield and Muhammad Ali, and it's Bloomfield whom is ahead now as Muhammad Ali fights the Honda another day. Nigel in 10th. He had a bit of a moment off of the line. Don't know what happened to him. Ended up in a wall. Don't know if there was someone hit him or if he just decided to do it himself. And Muhammad Ali, that straight line speed on that Honda, it can't be sniffed out, can it? Because he just seems to be blowing by the BMW. Maybe he's carrying a lot less downforce. And the BMW can't contend with the Honda down the straights, but in the corners, it's hard to say because he's still not quite ahead of the Honda. The Honda really is a bit of a struggle, and now it's side by side on the apex, and the RAC BMW is not putting up with it, but he is, because he's gone wide. And now Nigel wants to introduce himself into this argument. Slowpoke still leading from Phaser. Wayne G in third. I'm sorry, I don't mean to ignore the leaders, but we are having a skirmish down here for 8th. Well, it's 7th was, but he's buggered off now. Doug's gone up the road, but a battle for 8th, 9th and 10th, and Nigel now having a look around the outside of the Bloom, and can he do it on the brakes? No, the BMW is large in his window, and he's in front of him. So, but there's a lovely battle here, but we will catch up with those leaders. Slowpoke pulled away from Phaser, absolutely delicious, doing some nice mid-13 second laps with Phaser doing 14s on his soft tyres. What go on? Wayne G even closing in on his medium tyres. Maybe there's some glitch in that car. It thinks it's on mediums when he's put it on the softs. And Rossi, though, he's getting the best. Well, no, he's done a 13.3. He's got the pace in the BMW, but it's just not seeming to happen for him at the moment. Hodgie in 5th place. He's made one position up. I don't know. Is it? No, we've seen Dirk coming up. So it must have been Castian that's dropped down a position, and now the Ice Dirk is all over Castian. Castian fighting, skirmishing. It's a dogfight between the Focusers, ladies and gentlemen, and Castian trying to defend the spot from the Ice Dirk. And remember, the Ice Dirk, cool as ice, cannot be shaken. Maybe stirred, but not shaken. Muhammad Ali still in that battle down there with Nigel and Bloomfield, and Nigel now moves ahead in his Focus. And yeah, the frailty of the Focus not so apparent in race 3. The tyre wear not a factor when they're using the medium tyres, so the Focus can continue on its happy self. We've got 6 minutes left of this race, and Nigel gets himself up ahead of Muhammad Ali, whom is trying to keep the Bloom behind him. Sid the Sloth absolutely trouncing it in the Focus. Comes across the line a 17.6. Slowpoke, though, it looks like it's a win for the Slowpoke, and I don't think he's had a win yet this season. I might have spoken out of terms. I do try and jot them down, but there was no championship table this week because people swapped cars. That's what I'm blaming. It's not the Ice Dirk's fault. Let's not blame him, because he does lots of tables and we don't want him not to do the tables. Yeah, Slowpoke, I believe, is yet to get a win under his belt this season, and this will be a huge injection in the arm for his championship. Fazer doing a cracking job in second place. I thought he was going to be all up and in Slowpoke's business, but that McShady is not got the speed. He's not got the speed on those soft tyres, and he's wearing them. He's wearing them out. Waney absolutely on pace with them medium tyres, and Rossi also finding a bit of pace. He can get into the 13s, but he wants to be in the 13s on the reg. He wants to be regular if he wants to close in on this battle here with the McShady and the Focus. Slowpoke is going. He's out of it. He's dipped. Rossi in fourth. Hodgie in fifth. A 14.3 last time out for Hodgie. And like I said, if Rossi, Hodgie, Waney, they've all got E's at the end. We can rhyme them if we wanted. And here we go, look at this, Fazer and Waney. Waney just can't, because of those soft tyres, he's got the grip in the corners as Fazer to stay away from the Focus. The Focus trying to come back at him down the straights, and this one here, Waney, you feel he's going to try and line this one up for a late break into the corner. He's not asked for any toe. Right at the end, he wants a bit of toe. Maybe he wants to follow him through this corner and try and nail him in the S's. Or the hairpin, sorry. So Waney sliding the beamer, nearly lost it there. Beautiful catch from Waney Mad D-O-double-G. Beautiful stuff. Oh yeah, we caught that, ladies and gentlemen. We were here for that. Special times. Rossi is closing up to the back of these two, so Waney can't hang around too long behind Fazer. If Fazer is only going to do low 14s and Waney can do the mid 13s, 12.7 on the set of medium tyres, that is ridiculous. How did he do that? Hodgie in fifth, Iceberg in sixth, but Niggle is closing in, and Niggle's got better pace. Niggle's got better pace on the Iceberg, and Dergview may be in trouble. Not maybe, he is. He's on the radio saying, Mayday, Mayday, my tyres are gone. My tyres have gone. Well, they haven't gone. I don't know why he's lost such pace. He got a good lap that time, but he dropped into the 14s, and now he's done a 13.7. Niggle, 13.8. So maybe Derg has picked up the pace now, but Niggle's closed in on him. Castian ahead of Bloomfield. Bloomfield getting ahead of the Honda in the end. And Sid the Sloth still smashing out those lap times. But Slowpoke at the moment, no one can touch him, ladies and gents. And it's looking very good. He started at the second race, remember, right at the very back, and got himself up to 6th place. And now that really has come into its own in the main race. Race 3 started on pole, and Waney G is through past Fazer. We'll go back. I apologise. No, he did it 20 seconds ago, 30 seconds. Oh, piss in neck. It was a while ago, ladies and gents. And it wasn't that spectacular, it was just down the straight. So Fazer, he is struggling with those tyres, it has to be said. And Waney then moves on up and into second place. Can he do something about Slowpoke? I think Slowpoke can pick that pace up if he wanted to. I think he's teetering around the 14s, comfortable. Doesn't need to push, he's got nothing behind. But now he's seen that Waney G has been released from the Fazer. He might have to raise his, well, we've got 2 minutes left of racing, only 2 laps to go in this race, and it's a lot to ask Waney G to try and close in on Slowpoke from here. Fazer hasn't given up on that second spot, obviously, still fighting for it, and Rossi, baby, is on his way. 4th place. Who's in trouble, Fazer or Waney G? Who knows? Hodgie in 5th. Hodgie going faster. No, he's not going as fast as Rossi, but then player coming. Also, we saw it got crowded at the final lap, and are we going to get a scenario as well with Rossi closing in? Waney is back behind Fazer. Only just, though, because Waney now pulls ahead of Phaser. So Phaser somehow did get himself back up into second spot. Oh, and I think he just hit Waney up the bum, but Waney did all right with it. He got through. But yeah, Slowpoke, I think whatever happened, Waney slipped back behind Phaser, has lost time to Slowpoke. So Slowpoke now in the last minute of this race, he just has to keep the car facing the right way, and he can take his first win of the season. Waney G trying to keep Phaser back. Oh, Waney G, it was nearly on, wasn't it? The trilogy, the trifold, whatever they call it when you get all three. Beautiful stuff. But Waney G fighting with Phaser too long to be able to go and attack the poke. Rossi still closing in, but I think the time, well, I don't know, they're going to go across the line, and there still might be time left, definitely for Slowpoke. I don't know, 15 seconds. Yeah, he's crossing the line now. So Slowpoke continues on for one of the lap. Waney G gets another lap. Phaser does get another lap, and Rossi does. So big talk for Rossi. Hodgie gets another lap. Derg does not. He's the first to finish. No, he does. He crossed the... Oh, that was so close. Poor Niggle got stitched up there, because I think Derg crossed after 15. Castian finishes in 8th. Bloomfield in 9th, ahead of Grahamad Ali in 10th. And Sid the Sloth coming around. But it's Slowpoke at the moment with Waney G setting chase. Phaser could be in trouble from the BMW. Rossi has been chasing him down, and Phaser's tyres are spent. Rossi's are pretty spent. Hodgie's, he's close on petrol. We've seen Hodgie in that last race on the last lap before. In the third race, have fuel issues. But Slowpoke at the moment, no one to contest this win. Waney G just too far back, but he has pushed on right near the end of the race to try and take the 3 wins. But it's Slowpoke's to throw away now as he comes through the final corner, points towards the flag, gives it a squeeze, and ladies and gentlemen, Slowpoke takes his first win of the season. Waney G in second, and Phaser on the podium. Great stuff with Rossi Baby in 4th. Hodgie comes home in 5th, and the Iceberg grabs 6th spot. Niggle will feel like he could have had him if he'd given him another lap. Niggle finished in 7th. Castian finished in 8th place ahead of Bloomfield, who he had one good race in that BMW, so it's got to be better than the Volvo. I don't think he ever had a chance of a podium in the Volvo. Grahamad Ali in 10th place with Sid the Sloth in 11th. Fan blooming tastic, ladies and gents. And we look forward to round 5. Oh, I wish I could tell you where it was. I think I read it. My phone's on charge. Hang on. Let's see if I can go and find my phone. It's not a bloody Silverstone, I tell you that, because they can't pay for it for the game. It's Blue Moon. It's Blue Moon. That's going to be an absolute dice and a half, ladies and gentlemen. So don't miss the next round of the Wednesday evening racing from the Ultimate Racing League. If you want to get yourselves involved, they're on Facebook and they're on Discord. You just got to look for them, Ultimate Racing League. And they also have a website, www.ultimateracingligue.com. Although I went looking for the tables on there, and it's a little bit... Don't go looking for updated tables on there. But it's got all the links to get to the places you need to get to, and it's also got a sign-in thing. So the important stuff's there. Get yourself over there. Get yourself signed up. Get yourself on track so I can shout about you. Bless you all. Thank you for watching. Thank you for interacting. Thank you for everything you do. You are all amazing, and I appreciate you all. Turu, peace and love. Peace and love.